Mm,
Hey, Alderman Vaccaro, you can go.
We're ready? Okay. So we're going to call the Public Safety Committee hearing to order. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Alderman Boyd,
present.
Alderwoman Howard, Alderwoman Hubbard, Alderman Muhammad,
Present.
Alderwoman Boyd, Alderwoman Clark Hubbard,
Here.
Chairman Vaccaro,
Present.
Alderwoman Howard, Alderwoman Hubbard, Alderwoman Boyd.
Present.
Got it. 5 present, you have quorum.
Thank you. So what we need to start off with the approval of the minutes from the October 1st meeting. Just need to take a motion if everybody's looked it over.
I move for approval of October the 1st minutes, 2020.
Second.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Boyd,
Aye.
Alderwoman Howard, Alderwoman Hubbard, Alderman Muhammad,
Aye.
Alderwoman Boyd,
Present.
No, it's an aye or a,
I mean, I'm sorry.
Alderwoman Clark Hubbard,
Aye.
Chairman Vaccaro.
aye. Okay. So we're going to get this. We have 2 bills, both from Alderwoman Shameen Clark Hubbard. We got Board Bill number 126 and 127. She does have some speakers, which I'll let her bring them up. Alderwoman Clark Hubbard, you want to start us off with Board Bill 126?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Thank you on behalf of you and the committee. I do have some speakers here with me for Board Bill 126 as well as Board Bill 127. For Board Bill 126, we'll be given an overview by Judge Jimmy Edwards, Director of Public Safety, and speaking on both Fire Chief Dennis Jenkinson, St. Louis Fire Department Chief Dennis Jenkinson, and speaking on the Cybersecurity Grant Board Bill, which we're doing first, which is 126, will be Fire Captain Derek Reiger.
Okay. Go ahead and I guess, did you want to start with Judge Edwards, or you kind of name it how you want, who's starts? It's your show, so.
Well, that's absolutely, if he's present to give the overview, yes.
Okay, Judge, if you can give us an overview, that would be wonderful. Is he here?
He is not.
Okay, Judge Edwards is not here. I guess he'll jump in.
Is Chief Jenkinson on yet?
He is, yes. Chief Jenkinson,
Okay.
can you jump in and give us kind of an overview of what this is?
He's also not on.
He shows that he's
Well, we
there.
could go right on down. We could go right on down the list then, because it's Fire Captain Derek. They might be on. They might have gotten some kind of call. They are still working.
This is Captain Rieger. I'm here. I can
Okay. Okay.
knowledge that I have on it if you'd like.
Thank you.
No problem. So just kind of like a high level overview of how this all started. This grant came from the U.S. Homeland Security grant, which is administered by STARS and the fiduciary Trust Gateway Council of Governments. So in 2019, FEMA, the federal government, mandated that cybersecurity had to be a part of an investment in order to be eligible for the UASC grant. The UASC grant we have is $2.5 million. We had to dedicate a certain amount to cybersecurity. So they didn't tell us how much. We went ahead and did an assessment.
Excuse me, Captain. Excuse me. Mr. Chairman, somebody needs to mute their mic. I'm having a very hard time hearing what the captain has to say. So I'm hearing a lot of background noise and it's real confusing. So I'm losing the content of what's being said.
I'm gonna mute mine in case it's me, because I know I'm in a second meeting at the same time.
Oh, that's better. Thank you.
Mr. Boyd, would you like me just to start over, or do you want me to just continue on?
Would you please? Because I couldn't hardly hear anything you had to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we'll just kind of go over the overview. So this all started, this project is part of the UASC Homeland Security Grant, which is administered by STARS and the fiduciary agent and East-West Gateway Council of Governments. So in 2019, which this is where this contract and this grant comes from, FEMA mandated that our region, in order to be eligible for the $2.5 million in UASC funding, had to dedicate some money towards cybersecurity. So the STARS board, kind of a collective group of subject matter experts, got together, performed an assessment, and identified gaps in cybersecurity in the region. And what came out of that was identified as the coordinator, the regional cybersecurity coordinator role. And this was probably the best apparatus to address all those deficiencies we saw. The grant money that you see, this contract that you guys signed and passed, that money is direct reimbursement through the grant to cover associated costs of salaries and benefits to staff that position at the St. Louis Fusion Center. So currently, as it is, it's contracted with 2019 grant monies to March of 2022. We have just approved a 2020 grant where we added an additional year onto it. So March of 2023 is how long the regional cybersecurity coordinator role will be around. It's been well received. We made great progress in the region and kind of downward adjusting our overall cyber risk. So I think this is a role that's going to keep going on in the future with each grant that comes through. We're actually adding it into the 2021 right now. Just a brief part about it, the overarching mission of it is just to identify, assess, triage, and secure the region's disparate information, IT infrastructure. We kind of accomplish this by promoting cyber hygiene, sharing best practices. We can do some tactical stuff like performing vulnerability assessments, sharing cyber intelligence, and participating in local and federal cyber task force. I myself am the regional cybersecurity coordinator, and I'm a part of the Secret Services Cyber Task Force, the FBI's task force, and have a large network of federal partners with the Department of Homeland Security. So that's just a quick overview of what the cybersecurity coordinator role is and how it came to fruition. I'm open to any questions.
Okay, well, I'll just go down the list. Vice Chairman Boyd, any questions?
No, not really. It just seemed like the captain must have some kind of high-level security clearance, and I heard about the program last year, so they're doing good work. I'm really excited about it. So keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's really building, and now we have some of the tools to perform some great assessments. You're going to see a lot more come out of there. I'm going to keep everybody up to date.
Alderwoman Tamika Hubbard. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me.
I'm sorry.
Alderwoman Howard,
Mr.
but I don't think she's here.
Oh, it's
Oh,
Alderwoman Howard on. I'm sorry.
Well, she's not here. So Alderwoman Tamika Hubbard. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. I just have a few questions. I couldn't hear at first either. Could you detail again how much the grant is, and how many positions that are included with the grant and what those salaries are for those positions?
Yeah, let me see what I have. Hold on a second. Let me pull that up on another screen. So for the 2019 grant, we have one position, and I believe it comes out to the total award or investment in cybersecurity for this role is $180,000 and some change. And that covers us for several years. Like I said, salary and benefits to be reimbursed to the city of St. Louis.
What? How many years is it?
It's up until March of 2022. Is that what that 180,000 is amortized over? So
Okay.
effectively, the city will not be out of pocket any money for lending the staff to be a part of this role. So they're being fully reimbursed for it. So that's It was by design, and I think that's a great thing.
Great. And have you, the reason I'm asking these questions, because I'm
Good night.
actually intrigued by cybersecurity. So as a department, have you all seen any vulnerabilities that we may have as a city or as a department?
Haven't responded yet. So shut this door, lock this door.
I'm sorry, there was some crosstalk. Can you please repeat your
Yes. As a department or a city in I guess in your findings, or since we've had the grant, have you all determined that we are vulnerable in any way? Has there been any findings regarding any vulnerabilities we may have in regards to cybersecurity?
Yeah, that's kind of a loaded question, but it is a great question. Thank you for asking that. I would refer that question directly to your IT managers or the city CIOs. Presently, I'm having a conversation with them to basically do a consultancy and address some of these things. I do not know offhand of exact vulnerabilities, but I can tell you that nobody is immune to cyber attacks. We are all vulnerable, no matter how good we are. So you will always find something, but we want to downward adjust that risk. So it's kind of the goal of the whole project is to meet with IT managers of each of the UASC counties and kind of counsel them and take a good strategy of how to get that downward adjustment moving.
Thank you. And what's your capacity with the cybersecurity efforts or the grant?
Yeah, technically it would be I would be the regional cybersecurity coordinator.
Okay.
So, and it covers all 5 counties in Missouri and then the 3 in Illinois. And actually we base that coordinator role out of the St. Louis Fusion Center. If you're familiar with that, it kind of gives us that platform to talk with our federal partners and bring some of their assets in to help St. Louis. In addition, like I'm just kind of sorry for rambling on a little bit, but because of that platform, I have access with the city. I have, I guess, really good contacts with the state of Missouri, and the cybersecurity coordinator is third line in succession with Missouri's incident response plan. So we actually co-authored Missouri's response to cyber attacks. That's important to point out because we have a local person that is organizing and I guess conducting the response. So if there was an attack or anything of significance in St. Louis, we would have an expedited response, and it would also ultimately save money and save resources. So it's one of the things I want to point out.
Thank you so much for your service in that regard. I have no further questions, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Alderman John Mohammed, any questions?
No, I have no questions, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Alderwoman Pam Boyd, any questions?
No, Mr. Chair, Alderwoman Hubbard asked a lot of the questions, so thank you.
Okay, so Alderwoman Shameen Clark Hubbard, I would say no other alderman I asked earlier had anything they wanted to say. So I would say you're open to close on this.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. I would like to ask for favorable consideration and due pass recommendation for Board Bill 126.
So we need a well, you actually can make that motion. You're on the committee.
I make the motion.
Okay, we have a second?
Second.
Okay, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Alderman Boyd,
Aye.
Alderwoman Howard, Alderwoman Hubbard,
Aye.
Alderman Muhammad,
Aye.
Alderwoman Boyd,
Aye.
Alderwoman Clark Hubbard,
Aye.
Chairman Vaquero.
Okay, we're going to move right along. We're going to go to, again, Alderwoman.
Point of order.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Mr. Chairman, did you vote?
I did, didn't I? I voted aye, I believe.
Okay. I didn't hear
aye.
it. Thank you. Thank you. I couldn't hear it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, jump in anytime because
All right.
I'm open to any help. So we're going to move right along. Then it would be also Alderwoman Shameen Clark Hubbard, Board Bill 127. If you can kind of let us know what's up.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, again, and members of the committee. Board Bill 127 is another grant agreement between the mayor and the city of St. Louis and the fire department. It's for CO and smoke detectors. And on here, if Chief Jenkinson or Judge Jimmy Edwards have not joined the call yet, we have Battalion Chief Derek Phillips to speak about that program.
Okay, Chief Jenkinson or Jimmy Edwards, Judge Edwards, or someone
Okay.
want to speak on
They
this?
haven't joined. It looks like they haven't joined. So if Battalion Chief Derek Phillips is still on, can you please speak to Board Bill 127?
Yes, ma'am. First, I want to thank Alderwoman Clark Hubbard for sponsoring the bill. The grant is for our fire prevention and safety grant is for the St. Louis Fire Department Smoke Alarm Program. It's the oldest, and it has been wholly sponsored by getting some feedback here.
Then we keep losing you a little bit.
It's been wholly the Department of Homeland Security to fund the grant. The additional amount of $7,476.19 will come from an internal account, which is our donation account that we use to support different grant programs that we actually get grants for. I do want to point out that the smoke alarm program is one of the oldest in the country. St. Louis was also one of the first fire departments to sign on to the change the clock, change the battery program, which we run twice per year. Over the last 14 years, the smoke alarms that we've actually installed have been responsible for saving over 3,000 lives in the city of St. Louis. If you go back all the way to 1994, the number is exponentially. So we're just asking for a favorable approval to continue with this program. And it's a perpetual program. Smoke alarms only last 10 years. We install upward of about 5,000 smoke alarms per year. And we want to keep maintaining the program because it actually helps us save lives.
Thank you. I think we'll just go down the list. So Vice Chairman Boyd, any questions?
Sure, Battalion Chief, you were going out a little bit, so I'm not sure if I missed this part of the question. How can constituents get access to the free smoke detectors? I know there are periods of time, maybe once during the spring, you guys may do an announcement, but throughout the year, how can they get access to a smoke detector?
Sure, there's a couple of options for that. One, they can call us directly. We do have a number that we post that they can call directly. Another option is to go through the Citizen Service Bureau because we're tied into that as well. So if they just go to the Citizen Service Bureau, request smoke alarms, we send someone out to install them.
Do you guys have a flyer about the program that I might be able to send out to constituents in an email?
I'm pretty sure we still have a flyer. I can email it to you.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. No further questions.
Okay. Alderwoman Carol Howard, any questions?
Good morning. I don't have any questions, but I want to tell the battalion chief that thank you for coming before us this morning. And we appreciate all you do to keep our city safe. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Alderwoman Tamika Hubbard.
No questions, Mr. Chairman. I would just like to echo the sentiments of my colleague. I really appreciate your efforts regarding this program because I know a lot of people in my ward definitely take part in it, and it goes above and beyond to help families in need who may not otherwise have access to fire detectors. So I'm going to thank you so much and let you know how grateful me and my constituents are for the service that you all provide. Thank you.
Alderman Muhammad stepped away for a minute, so we're going to go down to Alderwoman Pam Boyd.
Thank you. I'm here. I'm just dittoing all the people that commented.
Okay, then Alderwoman Shameen Clark Hubbard, I think I think we could wrap this up.
Okay. I don't have any questions, but I did want to also mention to Alderman Boyd that they will also attend our ward meetings, even the virtual ones that we're having now. And you can send out the flyer as well. They do blitzes. So like when CSB does the blitzes, sometimes they track that as well. And I do echo all of the sentiments of my colleagues. Everybody knows how much endearment I have for the St. Louis Fire Department, not just from watching them work, but from behind the scenes for the community service that they do. I actually have one of those burnt up smoke detectors on my desk down at the Board of Aldermen as a reminder of the work that they do. So thank you, Battalion Chief Derek Phillips, for your continued service. I'm sorry that we couldn't have Chief Jenkinson on. I hope everything's okay, because it's not like him not to be on when he said he was going to be on. So with that, I ask for favorable consideration and a due pass recommendation for Board Bill 127.
Second.
Is that your motion?
That's my motion.
I second that.
Okay. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Previous row.
Well, we can't.
I wasn't on the roll. Thank you.
Carol Howell. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so we have an objection to previous roll. Madam Clerk,
Alderman.
please call the roll.
Alderman Boyd,
Aye.
Alderwoman Howard,
Aye.
Alderwoman Hubbard,
Aye.
Alderman Muhammad,
He may have stepped away. I'm not sure.
Alderwoman Boyd,
Aye.
Alderwoman Clark Hubbard,
Aye.
Chairman Vaccaro.
Aye.
6 aye votes.
Okay. Well,
Mr. Chairman.
yeah, yes.
I got a message from one of our colleagues from the 28th Ward, Heather Navarro. She said that she actually hears someone's smoke detector beeping in the background now as we're passing this bill. So whoever's smoke detector that is beeping in the background, please give the fire department a call so they can get your smoke detector replaced.
I have no comment to that.
Right.
Thank you, Alderwoman Navarro.
Right.
Having said all that, I think we can move to adjourn. I want to thank everybody. I know it was an early morning, last minute meeting,
Yeah.
but I do want to thank everybody for jumping in and take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, and I apologize for being tardy.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. Thank you for joining.
All right. Second.
So we got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you all, and we'll
Aye.
see you a bit later. Thank you.